Welcome to Math 121 at USC Upstate. We are going to be talking, in this video, we're going to be talking about 1.1 and 1.2, and that's just solving basic linear equations. Make sure my pen writes. It does. You should have done these in Algebra 1, 2, Pre-Cal, whatever you had in high school, or if you've been out of high school for a while, you should have done it at some point. But I'm just going to get into it. The first step to solving a linear equation is just to kind of clean up both sides. So I'm going to distribute. So that's going to be negative 12x plus 20. Watch that right there, that you are multiplying a negative times a negative is a positive. And then equals. Here I'm going to distribute the negative. So it'll be 3 minus 8x minus 7. The next step would be to combine like terms. So look on each side. I always think of it like I have an invisible line down the middle of my equation, and I'll clean up each side first. So the left side looks fine, negative 12x plus 20. The right side, I can combine the 3 and the negative 7. So the 3 and the negative 7 is negative 4 minus 8x. The next step is to get all your x's on one side. So I'm going to add my 8x. And you get negative 4x. Bring down the plus 20. Bring down the equal sign. And then negative 4. And then once we get to this point, I do what's called SADMEP. I get rid of subtraction and addition, then division, multiplication, and then exponents in parentheses. So I go in this order anytime I'm solving anything, period. I always think of it like here is MEP, he is SAD. So I'm going to do, what I have is I have multiplication and then I have addition. So I'm going to get rid of my multiplication after my addition. So I'm going to get rid of addition first. I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. So I have negative 4x, because this is gone, equals negative 24. I divide by negative 4. X is 6. And that one is done. Okay. Next one. Now, if you have a linear equation with fractions, you've got to do it, do a little bit more work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my fractions. So you're going to get rid of your fractions by multiplying by your least common denominator. I'm pretty sure I clicked purple. There it is. It's purple. Let's get that one. Okay. So my least common denominator between a 10, a 2, a 5, and a 5 is 10. 10 is the smallest number that all those numbers will go into. So I'm going to multiply 10 on all the tops. So the first one, the 10s cancel. So you have 3x plus 6 minus, then you have 10 over 2x equals 10 times 2 is 20 over 5x plus, I'm just going to leave that as 10 times 33 over 5. And I'm going to simplify. The 10, I'm going to bring down my 3x plus 6. The 10 and the 2 is 5. The 20 and the 5 is 4. Plus, 5 goes into 10 two times. So that's 2 times 33, which is 66. And then I'm going to do what I did on the other one. I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms on each side first. So on the left side, I have 3x and 5x, negative 5x, which makes negative 2x, plus 6 equals 4x plus 66. Then I'm going to get all my x's on one side. So I minus the 4x. So that's negative 6x plus 6 equals 66. Subtract the 6. Go up here. So negative 6x equals 60. And then divide by negative 6. So x is negative 10. So you only had the one extra step of multiplying through by your least common denominator first. And now we are into 1.2, which is solving literal equations, which is just the same thing. You're just solving for one specific variable. So here we're solving for t, okay? So we want to get rid of anything that's not a t. So the r, and then you ask yourself the question, what's happening to the t? Well, it's being multiplied by r. How do you get rid of multiply? You divide. So we divide by r. So t is going to be d over r, and I am done. It's that simple. So this one has got a little more to it. We're going to be solving for y, okay? So first thing I'm going to do, same thing I did before, clean up each side. So if you have your line basically in the middle of where your equal sign is, so 11y plus 8, and then you have 8y plus 2 times 5 is 10w minus 6z equals. So I'm solving for y. So I want to get all my y's on one side. So anything that has a y on it, I'm going to get it on one side. So this y and this y, I'm going to shoot to the left side. So minus 8y, 11y take away 8y is 3y, plus 8 equals whatever's left, 10w minus 6z. And now I'm solving for y, only y. So I'm solving here. So anything that's not a y, I want to get rid of. So I have a multiply by 3 right there, and an add 8. So side map, what do I get rid of first? Add comes before multiply. So I subtract the 8, and you're like, I don't have anything to subtract it from. It doesn't matter, just write it down. Don't stress about it, just 10w minus 6z minus 8. And then now you're looking at your y, he's being multiplied by 3, so you just divide by 3. And you can either do it all at once like that, or you might see it split up like this. And then if you did it this way, you would have to simplify your 6 and your 3. And that's y equals. So either way is fine. Cancel. All right. Example 4 is applying the simple interest formula. Hold on 2 seconds. I thought I was right. We are skipping this one. This is not in our curriculum, so we're just going to keep going. And then we're looking at 1.3 now, which is modeling, which means I think I'm going to stop. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and then I'm going to stop because this video is getting a little long. I was trying not to make any of them longer than, sorry, I dropped my pen, about 10 minutes. Okay, I just kind of wanted to get my stop in place. So this one, we're finding the dimensions of that should say rectangle. Okay, it says the length of a rectangle is 2 inches more than the width. So I'm just going to stop for a second, and I'm going to draw a picture. And I'm going to call this the length, and that's the width. The length is 2 inches more than the width. So the length is 2 inches more than the width. If the length and width are each increased by 3, so what that means is, kind of think of it like a picture frame. So each one is by 3. So this one is w plus 3. And then this one would be w plus 2 plus 3. The perimeter of a new rectangle, good Lord. The perimeter of the new rectangle, so the perimeter will be 4 less than 8 times the width. Okay? Make sure you're clear on what's happening. All right, so the perimeter is 8 times the width minus 4. 4 less than means minus 4. Find the dimensions of the original rectangle. Okay, so the perimeter of the original rectangle, to find perimeter, you just add up all the sides. So w plus, let's just call that plus 5. So the perimeter is w plus 3 plus w plus 5 plus w plus 3 plus w plus 5 equals 8w minus 4. That's 4 w's plus 3, 5, 3, and 5 is 16 equals 8w minus 4. We're going to get all our w's on one side. I'm just going to put them on the right side. And I'm trying to hurry because it's the end of my school day. I teach high school as well. And the announcements are about to come on. So 20 equals 4w, divide by 4, divide by 4, w equals 5. So the dimensions of the original triangle, w is 5, and the length is 2 plus that. So it'd be 5 plus 2, which is 7. So the length is 7. So it'd be the 5 by 7. All right, and I'm going to stop. Hope you enjoyed the first video.